Hey guys, John B. Cool here, and today is a special day because today marks the release date of the inaugural episode of a new series on the channel called John B. Cool Teaches. Today's topic, the concepts of heat transfer. So, this video is going to be divided into 3 different sections, each focusing on different parts of the concepts of heat transfer. So, we're going to start with the first section, which is conduction, convection, and radiation. These are the 3 different types of heat transfer. So first, we will start with conduction. Conduction is a transfer of heat via 2 or more touching objects. So they have to be physically touching each other, so say you're touching a pan of scrambled eggs, and the pan that you're using to cook it is it's a hot pan because you're cooking eggs. And so when you touch it, you feel it burns your hand. That's conduction. So, now, on to convection. Convection, here's one way to remember it. Convection is, think of it, vortex, right? Convection, vortex, they both have a V. Just think of it like that. You could also think of conduction, D, for punching someone in the face. Heat transfer. Get it? So, anyways, convection is the transfer of heat through liquids or gases. As you see here, this is heat transferring through the liquids. And this is actually called a convection current. It's when the hot molecules rise and the cold molecules fall. When then the cold molecules heat up, and then it just causes a cycle called a convection current. And then they basically just keep going. And so onto the next and final transfer of heat. Radiation, and this is not like nuclear radiation that you would get at where Homer Simpson works. This is heat radiation, and radiation is the transfer of heat through waves and through vacuums like space. So it's actually the only form of heat transfer that can happen through empty space. As you can see here, it's traveling in these waves. And because it travels through vacuums and travels in waves. And an example of it, like I said, is heat from the sun warming the earth, And so, it's radiating through the vacuum of space and warming up different planets. So, section 2, we're going to be talking about the science of conductors and insulators. So, they're the 2 categories of materials when it comes to, heat and energy transfer. Conductors, like metals and, you guys can think of that. But anyways, metals are good conductors. They transfer the heat a lot faster than stuff like wood or stone, which are insulators, and that's why a lot of pans have a wooden handle but a metal pot, because the metal heats up the stuff, but when you touch the wooden handle, it doesn't burn your hand. So you also may have heard of conductors of electricity, and this works the exact same way. Conductor lets heat through efficiently, while an insulator does not. Some examples are, like metals, and as I said, stone and wood. So on to our third and final section of the video. We're leaving that in. This section is dedicated to differentiating thermal energy from temperature. Thermal energy is the energy stored in matter and stored in an object due to its temperature, and all while the temperature is a measurement of the speed of any given particle's motion. Temperature is measured in, degrees Fahrenheit, which, Americans use, degrees Celsius, and Kelvin. Scientists actually are the only people who really use Kelvin, because Kelvin actually doesn't go below 0 degrees. 0 degrees is the bottom temperature for Kelvin. And Americans, we use Fahrenheit because we're crazy, and everybody else uses Celsius because, they can use their brains. I guess that rhymes a little bit. But, that's pretty much everything. So I guess that concludes the inaugural episode of John B. Cool Teaches, and I'll see you guys next time.